Darkside made this?
This the rant of the real. Everybody telling lies, the truth first, so it's fuck how they do feel. Or you for real? Man, put that on your mama, you a gangster and you got more shit for real. This the rant of the real. Everybody telling lies, the truth first, so it's fuck how they do feel. Or you for real? Man, put that on your mama, you a gangster and you got more shit for real.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Rant to the Real, the pod where real niggas get on here and rant. This is the #1 podcast in the top 50. No need to look that up. Google is wrong. They're stealing your data right now. I would not trust them. I am your host, Uncle Chav, the hardest worker in the world. Now let's start your day off with eggs, bacon vibes. And I bring you nothing but vibes, yo. Yo. It's a great day. It's cold, but it's all good. I'm hating the cold that comes with the snow. Like, if we could just have the snow, but it not be cold, that would work. Now, I understand they go hand in hand. You need one for the other, but still. Why can't it just be some snow, but it's like, nice 40, maybe 45. But no, it's like 10 degrees outside. Sick of this shit. Sick of being outside. There's no reason for me to be out there in this cold-ass weather. Sick of it. But yeah, other than that, it's a good day. We can't complain. Got a lot of work done this week. It was super productive. I love productive weeks, It's better than those weeks when you're just sitting in the house and you're like, damn, I didn't accomplish nothing on my day off. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. Maybe next time. But nope, it wasn't the case. Got a lot done. Took some nice photos at my brother's baby shower, which was pretty nice. Nice little turnouts, It was good to see that many people celebrating the joy of life and all the things that come with it. So, that was pretty dope. Shout outs to them. I went out too. I haven't went out in a while, but I decided, you know what, we're going out. We're going to party. Not really party. I'm enjoying the chance just to be out the house. I had no desire to go party and bullshit. I was just people watching, partying and bullshit. I was cool with that. Like, y'all have fun. I'm a sit here, keep everybody safe. I'm Batman in the corner. You know what I mean? We filmed that podcast I told you guys about last week. The interview that we did. I'll let you guys know the status of that when I know some more on that. I think we're going to redo it. I'm not really sure. I got to reach back out. We got to do some things better again, or maybe we just keep the shoot. I don't know. We ironing out the details. When I tell you the hardest work, and I mean it. Little details, the small things, they don't stop the train from moving. We got to still keep doing what we doing, yo. So yeah, there's a lot of cool things going on this week, We're making it work. I have been getting an increasingly amount of hate comments, and I kind of appreciate it, There was a point in time when I got no comments. No one commented on the show. No one gave their opinion. And now I get a lot of people that express their dislike for it. So you know what? I appreciate you guys. You guys are helping me. And I know you think, oh, fuck this guy. I'm gonna fuck up his algorithm. Make his stuff look bad. No, sir. I do appreciate everything that you guys are doing for me, because without your negativity, the algorithm wouldn't be pushing it more. But because you guys say all the crazy stuff, the algorithm is like, oh, you guys like this shit? Like, push it out there and it gets more into the world. So I do appreciate y'all, sincerely. And I mean, whether you hate the podcast, you love the podcast, or you have your own opinion on it, please tell me. Share. This isn't a dictatorship. Speak your mind. Let me know what you're thinking. Tell me why you hate it. Give me good reasons. And it's always funny because usually the people that spread the hate, they either spell something wrong, or it's a huge grammatical error, or it's always like, what the fuck is this person trying to say? Like, I can never really decipher it 100%, because, like, what the hell are they trying to say to me? But you know what? They said something to me. And I have been replying to all comments now. Before I was just like, man, I'm not going to reply to these. But now I have been. And I've been replying to everything with positivity and appreciation. So like I said, I truly thank you guys so much. Make sure this gets clipped so that you guys can get your time in the sun. Because you deserve it. Because without you, I wouldn't be pushing forward. You guys keep the wheel spinning. Like, yeah, there's the other people that definitely keep the wheel spinning. The Patreon supporters, the monthly listeners. You guys are awesome. But the commenters, you guys are super awesome too. Because, like, when the traction slips and it's died down, you guys find a way to spark that bad boy back up and get her up in the air. So I gotta respect you guys for that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Do you guys watch hockey? Do you find it interesting? I don't watch sports, but I watch the highlights of sports. And I think sports highlights are way more interesting than sitting there watching the whole game. I understand. You guys gonna hate the sports watchers are gonna hate it. You're gonna be like, you're not a true fan. Listen, I don't have 3 hours dedicated to watch some fucking football game. I gotta do this here, that here. You know, my time is broken into hour intervals. I got an hour to dedicate to do this. I got an hour to dedicate to do that. Got an hour to do some homework. Maybe go back to the thing I wanted to do. Then after that hour, go back to finishing some homework. Like, my time is in hour blocks. I don't have time to sit there and watch no whole sports game. But the highlights is where it's at. And the hockey highlights are always amazing. But, yeah. We went to Canada. Played a theme song, our national anthem. We was trying to rep for the U.S., and those people was out there booing. They was disrespecting the flag. They was making a mockery of things. So the U.S. said, bet, hold my beer. Went out there and literally put belt to ass. They beat them niggas physically. First 10 seconds, I believe they came out swinging, punching it. Meep. Then, they beat them in the game. 3-0. If that don't be the biggest, you guys fucking suck. At your own sport. You want to disrespect the flag? You want to disrespect America? Bet. And then they built to ass. Spanked them. That has to suck for your pride, though. Like, imagine thinking that, haha, we can beat these silly Americans. They are garbage. And then silly Americans go, bet. And then literally kick your asses. Twice on the same field. And then now you got to go home and eat that. Now the Canadians got to be mad. And you know, the losing team in sports, they always find a reason to, like, justify their anger. And then they get, like, oh, it was a fluke. It wasn't supposed to happen. And they just can't accept the loss. No, there was a reason why they lost. It was a cheat. It was a fluke. It's the officials, the refs. They was cheating. They let it slide. Like the football fans. When Kansas lost, because they truly didn't try, it was the refs' fault. The refs was cheating. The refs was calling bad plays. No. It was the team making bad decisions, not completing the pushing the ball down. You can't blame the referee. Like maybe there are some out there that, you know, take a little under the table. Maybe they already been paid. Maybe they calling bullshit plays they don't normally call for. Who knows? Or maybe the team just wasn't in their headspace that day. Maybe they truly didn't care. You know? Maybe they was like, fuck it, we made it this far, we did so great, you know what? I'm tired. Ready to take the break off, ready to get off camera for a little bit, you know? Maybe they just completed their contract obligations and was like, yo, listen, it's break time. It's closing time. Shop is done. Who knows? What I do know, oh, damn, that's horrible. What I do know is that you always blame the ref. Like, the ref is the reason for this. The ref is not the reason. Don't blame him for this bullshit. It's the players. They fucked up. They not moving the ball or whatever the object that needs to be put in the goal or the line of passing to score. You get what I'm saying. The analogy. Pay attention to the idea. The word, not the words. Same concept. Fucking sports fans are always insane to me, yo. To find any reason to blame everyone but the problem. It's the team. The fucking team sucks. But yeah, you boo the U.S., you think, silly American, I can beat him. He's nothing. And then silly American kicks your asses. Now what? How do you go home to your significant other and explain this? You just gotta look them in the face and be like, yeah, so we was popping shit and we lost. Big time. If you're gonna start off popping shit, you had to at least put up a good fight, you know? Like, at least lose like 2-3. Or one, like, put a point. Like, at least justify, like, yeah, we tried our hardest and it just didn't work. But no. You gave up. You gave up. Fucking sports fans, man. I don't know if you guys been paying attention to the news, but have you seen what Ohio is doing? Ohio's tripping. I think it's Ohio and Mississippi or something like that. They're basically forcing people to be parents, mostly fathers, which isn't a bad thing per se, but it also, the way it reads, I think is basically kind of still up in the air on the interpretation, unless I'm reading it wrong, but it sounds like if you want to have sex, you need to be trying to make children. I think pointless casual sex is out the window over there. You want to start fucking, you need to at least be trying to make a baby and have a tried unprotected, I believe is what it said. Which, that's a double-edged sword. It's kind of hard to say that because people got diseases out here. You know what I mean? Like, what if you fucking, but you don't want what they got? You know what I mean? Gotta protect yourself. Maybe it's not just the baby aspect. But no. You gotta try for a child first before you use a condom. That is insane. And you can't just be making babies and walk away. They not with that shit. You gonna take care of this motherfucker. It's basically what the state's saying. It will be a felony if you don't comply. And it's gonna cost you $10K too. So go ahead, get your rocks off, do your thing. But if she calls the cops, hits that snitch line, like, hey, he wasn't trying to make no babies. Might be over for you, brother. I think the population is declining across the world. And, obviously world leaders see these data and monitor it. They probably get told, hey, the birth rate has declined by 40% in the last 3 years. So now people are like, we got to bump those numbers up. We got to get people to make some babies. So now they're doing anything and everything they can to get them numbers up. But it probably won't happen. The cost of living is too damn high. People realistically don't even like each other. We created a world that let people do whatever they want. Some people don't want to be parents. Some people don't got it in them. You know what I mean? Like, some people will just never have it. They just won't have that lover, that gene, that nurturing, that caring nature to them. What the fuck? That doesn't make any sense. Some people don't have the trait that children need to grow and thrive. So some people just aren't meant to be parents. Fathers and women. You know what I mean? Mothers. Some people just don't got it. And that's fine. Maybe you get it later on in life. Maybe it's something that just happens as you go along. I don't fucking know. Couldn't tell you. But trying to force the population back up, that ain't gonna work either. I mean, those other countries, the ones that are like, come here, we'll give you $30K a house if you get people here pregnant. I mean, maybe they might be thriving because now at least you're giving me a house, you're giving me a little money, you're giving me a wife, maybe, possibly. Like, we can work with that versus make babies now or you go to jail. It makes people don't even want to be there. Like, you know what? Fuck this thing. I'll leave. Go somewhere where they're not so demanding. Or maybe someone was thinking about, I'm going to move to Ohio. I'm going to move to Missouri, wherever the fuck it's at. And then they're like, those laws, though. Don't know if I can get jiggy with it. Like, there's a lot of law changes that happen in a lot of these states. So it's like, do I want to go there and deal with this shit? Is it worth it? Like, the shit that goes on in, like, Florida and Texas with their laws, do I want to go there? Do I want to deal with this shit? I know a lot of people that won't move to Florida because of their recent law changes. Some of them are a little too extreme for them. You know what I mean? You know, forcing people to make babies, that's a little extreme. You know what I mean? That's out there extreme. That's too far in the deep end. You know what I mean? That's Cook levels of territory. We can't have that. We can't force people into parenthood. Some people don't want that in their life. You know what I mean? Some people live like right on the cusp of like stress, right? And then maybe that force push them over to stress. Do we know what the numbers, what will do to the people that already are here mentally? Do we know if they can handle it? I don't know. I have met a lot of people that have children and they do not give a fuck about them kids. And then that just makes a generation of psychos. So is the next generation just going to be a bunch of like fucked up mental patients? Because we already know that when the kids ain't got a stable home and their parents fucked it up, right? We already know this. The parents fucked it up. They come out crazy. They come out doing shit. You know, they come out as just psycho killers and they do all this wild shit, this Ed Gein type shit, Jeffrey Dahmer type shit, right? So, majority of these parents is like the parents that made them killers and them psycho motherfuckers. So if they running around, if all of them are like this now, can we check that? Are we able to fix that? You see where I'm going here? If the population now was a bunch of crazy motherfuckers, was it worth it to fix it? Or should we just let it die off? Or am I thinking too far out that way? Probably thinking too far out that way. Who knows? Maybe, these kids might be right. I don't know. There's a lot of serial killers out in the making now. I have met some of them. And boy, I do not want to be around them motherfuckers when they get older. Because, y'all got a lot of work to do to fix them niggas. They is fucked. Little homies, young homies. We had this lady. This lady. When we first interacted with this lady, she had pants on, she had socks on, no shirt. She was standing there, breastises in hand, and she was standing there and she was looking crazy as a motherfucker. You can tell a motherfucker is not in their right mind when they got that wild look in their eye, like it's all glossed over and they look fucking like a rabid animal, like they look crazy as fuck. And she had that look in her eye. Like, you ever seen a squirrel on rabies? Like that unhinged look. That's how she had looked. I'm not trying to compare her to an animal. I'm just trying to let y'all paint a picture of that fucking insane look in her eye. She was talking nonsense. She believed one thing. Reality might not have been matching what she thought. Okay, whatever. She wanted to go to a place that doesn't typically handle these problems. But she didn't become mentally unglued until we got to that place. Then we got there, and all hell broke loose. She was standing in the middle of the lobby, screaming, demanded to speak to the owner of the organization. Do you understand, there technically isn't an owner of the organization. Like, there is, per se, but, no. There are a lot of head bosses in charge, but I don't think just one man is it's that guy. I think everyone has a boss. Because, even the CEO can be fired. So, I think you can get to maybe the top 5, top 10 people. That's probably as high as you can go. But she demanded to speak to the head person in charge. She wasn't cool with the people in charge at that moment. She wanted the owner of the establishment. Well, this is where things get tricky. Because she was standing in the middle of the lobby, right? And then she took her socks off. She took her pants off. And then she only had a hoodie on. She unzipped it, threw it on the floor. Now she's ass naked. And then starts screaming. And then she's knocking shit over, flipping shit off, walking around the building. And they're like, yo, you gotta get clothed. There's women, there's children, there's old people. She like, fuck these people. Pissed everyone that was there off. And it's like, damn, why are you showing your ass to these people? Literally, you got these white people thinking all niggas crazy. And you know what the sad part is? In the room, it's like 10 black people, not including her. So the other 10 of us is in a professional setting watching this motherfucker lose her goddamn mind. We like, damn. Damn. Now we look like dickheads because of this one dickhead. All of us. They all looking at us like, see, there go them niggas wilding out. No, that's her wilding out. Not me. And you know what? All it would have took was her father to say, I love you. You're special to me. And this shit wouldn't have fucking happened. See, I told you something. Yo, I guarantee you, if you actually talk to her, her mother or father did not tell her she was special. And that's why she out there on that floor, butt naked, spinning around in circles, dropping F-bombs and calling every single last person that she see the hardy are. What are we doing, man? Where are we going? I ain't gonna lie, the shit was sad. It's sad because her mind is that fucking fried. Like, that's how cooked you are. And this ain't drugs. This ain't it's mental health, don't get me wrong. But this ain't like serious mental health. This is just a hurt person. And then, like, why is your go-to get naked and start screaming? What in your mind said this will work? Because obviously it must have worked in the past. Motherfucker, aggressive behavior don't just happen. It must have worked before. But still, it's like, y'all gotta love these kids, man, and forcing parents to be parents ain't gonna make them love these kids no more. They're gonna come up to be psychos, and then it's gonna be 12 of her running around, naked, screaming and shit. Then what? We should just let the population die. Thanos was right. Snap y'all out of existence. I truly want to know what the fuck is going on in this White House. Like, how did Elon manage to get where he is? And why is no one stopping him? What does he know? What does he got? Has he got Trump by the balls? Does he got some secret information that he shouldn't have? Because this shit is getting unhinged. First off, his son destroying the Oval Office. What the fuck is this little nigga doing? Then, he told Trump to shut up. You ain't the president. Who is? I thought this nigga was. This nigga's son is a monster, yo. And I see why Elon can make fake Twitter accounts and pretend to be his son. Because this nigga is unhinged. And you know what? He's unhinged as a little boy. He's going to continue to grow up to be an unhinged adult. And then when he becomes an adult and they get tired of that shit and they like, all right, bro, chill the fuck out. He ain't never going to chill the fuck out. They're going to cut him off and he's going to become more unhinged. Watch. 2050. Guarantee. Elon's son is going to become an unhinged psychopath like Hunter Biden. Just sex, money, and drugs. Nigga spent, 18 million on fucking hookers and sex toys? Nigga is wild. Then you got Elon sitting down with country leaders in the White House. Like, how are you in the White House sitting down with the leader of India? What the fuck do you talk to him for? You trying to put some Teslas out? Like, what are you talking to this man for? And then you got this fucking idiot Trump talking about, I didn't know he met with him. I don't know what they were doing. He might have had a good reason. I'll ask him.
When Elon Musk met with Prime Minister Modi earlier today, did he do so as an American CEO or did he do so as a representative of the U.S. government?
Are you talking about me?
No, Elon Musk.
Elon, I don't know. They met, and I assume he wants to do business in India. But India is a very hard place to do business in because of the tariffs. They have the highest tariffs just about in the world, and it's a hard place to do business. No, I would imagine he met possibly because he's running a company. He's doing this as something that he's felt strongly about for a long time because he sees what's happening and he sees how the country is really being hurt badly by all of the fraud, waste, and abuse. Yeah.
So how does Modi know whether he's meeting with a CEO or meeting with a representative of your government?
Well, he's meeting with me in a little while, so I'm going to ask him that question. All right? I'll ask him that question.
This nigga don't need your permission to do what the fuck he want. He just walked through the door. Is he sleep? Is he live there? Like, how did he get to where he is? Like, god damn, this man must really know some shit. Cause like, what the fuck, yo? He gonna set up the stage to take over. Watch. It starts off with him doing this, whatever the fuck it is he's doing. He already making crazy decisions. I think it was his decision to pull funding from the airlines or something, or it was something involved in planes, and he pulling funding, and it's like, planes are coming out of the sky, sir. I don't think pulling funding for training and shit like that is the best idea, but hey, who gives a fuck? If it's cheaper to pay people out than it is to fix shit, and it makes sense from a business standpoint. But yeah, how do you even call the leader of India? Like, how do you get in hold of him? And then how do you get him to get on a flight to come here to sit with you? Like, were you acting as government official or were you acting as businessman? How the Reich has already started. He already told y'all. It's Hail Hydra in this bitch. Listen, he already told you. For y'all who don't know and missed the joke, Hail Hydra is Captain America. They were the Nazis, but instead of being Nazis, that's played out, they were like aquatic, whatever, and their thing instead of Hail Hitler was Hail Hydra. In case you guys missed it, and it just went. But yeah, that's what he told y'all. He showed y'all, yo, I give it by May. Elon is going to assert his dominance and let y'all know that he's actually the boss in charge. He's the one running the fucking show. He is the ringleader to the circus. These are his monkeys, and he is the fucking ringleader, man. And he will let y'all know. And you're going to be like, what? I tried to tell y'all. This nigga tripping. He tripping. Listen. Speaking of people who know some shit, y'all seen P. Diddy's lawyer? He quit. That nigga said, under no circumstances can I represent this man. Everything they said he did that shit. And then some. That nigga probably looking at them charges. He probably seen the videos. He probably confessed to that nigga, and he like, you're cooked, bro. And if I lose, I got way more to lose than I do of anything. The lose to win ratio doesn't line up. Like, if I lose, I probably drop down a status. I probably lose my partnership. I probably don't get that promotion I'm looking for. That nigga said it's safer to walk away from this than it is to touch this. And that nigga walked away. He said, nah, homie, you on your own. I can't help you, gangster. That's just a wild statement to make, though. Under no circumstances can I represent this man. What did he tell you? What did you see? I know they said, oh, it's not going to affect his trial. He's still going to have his court date, whenever the fuck it is. Like, shit's still going to move forward, but, like, can you imagine being a jury? Like, you got to prosecute this man, one of the 12 jurors, and, you know, his lawyer just like, Yeah, next month when he go to court, I ain't gonna be there because this nigga tripping. That's gonna sit with me now because in my eye, when I see this evidence and they sitting there saying he didn't do this or he didn't do that, well, why old boy say he can't represent this man? It's not like it was a family emergency or some shit. He just said, nah, that's too much for me. I can't handle it. What did he know? What did he tell him? I know he told him something, but it's a matter of what. We got to figure this shit out, yo. Where are the internet detectives? Why hasn't no one sat down and questioned this man as to what secrets is being held in that cell? I'm intrigued to see where this case goes, because, like, what did he do? Like, we know what they said he did, but, like, what else did he do? Because as always, when they go to court, you can be like, oh, shit, they did that? They did that, too? Especially those, like, groundbreaking cases, the ones that really hit the news, like this one. They're going to cover every aspect of it. This would be one of them shits that they make, like, a Netflix documentary in, like, 2035. And they're like, the real truth behind the Diddy hair or some shit. You know, was it Joe Exotic when he went to jail and then they made that movie about him, a TV show, and they made movies and they sat down all these people. Yeah. They gonna make a R. Kelly one. They don't, I think they already did though. But that shit wasn't about nothing. I don't think they did a full deep dive. It takes years before they do the full deep dive. Like, I just watched this documentary on, I'm sorry, I'm going to fuck her name up because I just finished watching it yesterday. It's like Gabby Petito. I'm sorry, I truly don't know how to pronounce her name. But, yeah, her boyfriend was insane, yo. This nigga was not mentally together. And it basically turns out to be like a murder-suicide in a way. Like, he killed her, obviously, and then he came home, and I guess that shit was eating him alive. And he just couldn't do it no more, so he took himself out. That's what it sounded like. Although, it's very odd, you know, the circumstances. Like, they go out together, only he come back. And then when he came back, he immediately had a lawyer. And then his parents found him. Nobody else could find him, but his parents found him. In the woods, too, at that. Like, you got a whole search team. They got dogs. They got helicopters, all kinds of shit looking for this man. But they couldn't find him. But this nigga parents found him. Like, come on, man. But yeah, it was a good documentary. They painted the story of both of them. I mean, they tried their best to paint the picture for the dude, but I mean, he ain't really give him much to make him seem like the good guy. He kind of was the villain that he painted himself to be, and they went with the information that was given to him. So, I mean, you ever watch those documentaries? Where they try to show the humanity and the good side on both people, and then when it finally gets to the end, they bring down the hammer on the bad guy. They're like, yeah, he was a great father. He was a wonderful man. His friends and colleagues said that this is not like him. He drove school buses. He donated money every year. You know, he gave bone marrow. He donated his testicles to the people in need. And then they're like, but he's a murderer. And he cut her head off in cold blood, and he's a fucking horrible criminal. It's like, whoa. Episode 2, you made this guy seem amazing. Like he was the best human on earth. This was fucking Gandhi reincarnated or something. And then, you feel me, the last episode 3, he's the Joker. But no, for this guy, they didn't do that. They're just like, I mean, he had friends, and, you know, he could draw. It's like, damn, bro. You didn't leave any positive. No one said anything nice about you. Like, fucking hell. All right, y'all. We're going to call it a day. We're going to wrap it up. We're going to get out of here. It's a great day. It's so fucking cold, man. I hate it. Tune in next week, yo. We're doing some things. I'm revamping. We're doing a change, you know? We're going to redo a refresh. I think every so many quarters, we're going to do a refresh. So, working on a logo change, you know? We're on our third logo design. So this will be the fourth one. Because it originally was just the double R's. Then it was... The Patreon has both logos. So if you don't want to know what the other one is, you got to go on Patreon. And then there's the one that you guys see everywhere. The guy on the sitting on the R's. But it's time for a refresh. Time to do something new and cool. Time for a new intro. Time for another outro. I know it's crazy as I have the outro. I think I only played it for you guys like 2 or 3 times. I know I played it last week. I want to revamp it. So, you know, that's why it comes and goes. It's like here one day, here not another. It needs to be tweaked. So, we're doing some revamping. We're changing things up. We're getting shit right, man. Like, come on. Told you, hardest working. It doesn't get any harder working than me. But tune in next week, guys.